Good evening, everybody. It is the Dark Comic Nerd, and here I am with Fate Grand Order. And it's still one of my favorite games. I've been talking about stuff on my Dark Comic Nerd channel about some of the other games I play. They've been doing quite a few updates to the Date Alive Spirit Pledge, and there was just another one that came out tonight, so I'm going to be checking on that. I want to do some more on that. So if you're interested in the Data Live stuff, make sure you guys come over to my Dark Comic Nerd channel and check on that. Now, a lot of you that watch stuff here, you're already on that, but just in case you're passing on through and you want to check out some of the other mobile games I work on, then check out my Dark Comic Nerd channel, guys, because that's where I do the other stuff. This is exclusive here to Fate Grand Order, which is one of my all-time favorites. They recently in Japan, I think, just hit 27 million downloads or something, and just had a whole campaign for it. Eventually, it'll be over here in America, though it will take couple of years. The other game I've been talking a lot about is my Ninja Turtle game, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Madness. Now, that unfortunately has been abandoned by the developers, and they've left it basically on a loop where it just keeps recycling the same stupid crap over and over and over. And it's basically meant to serve one purpose to get people to watch advertisements so that they can make money off that. Every time somebody watches an advertisement, the developers make money, and I thank the Lord that they don't do that crap here. And the other thing is that it's meant to take real world money, much like I do in this game, though, and turn real game money into, excuse me, real world money into game money that you can use to strengthen up your characters and do stuff, which is just a joke because it's all a waste of your money. Now, here, I'm sure a lot of people could say the same thing about new characters, but I believe a little differently. That's just me. Now, this, folks, is not going to be anything too exciting. We're not going to summon, at least I don't believe we are. However, we're going to go over a couple things, and we're going to go over stuff because it's been a while since we've done a video, and I want to do this a little more often when we talk about the new events, guys. So currently what's going on is that I do want to show everybody, they say that if you're coming in this game or you're coming into my videos, guys, and you're playing the game, by the way, they are saying freezing and crashes on certain Android devices. Not my own, thank the Lord. There is a minor version update coming very shortly in August, which is when it looks like they're going to change our Unity, which is basically the user interface for this game. They did a major one last year. It was great. It just added so much for us. And the thing is that it's funny it says Unity 2018 because I think we're behind in comparison to the Japanese one by leaps and bounds. The thing is that frankly, that happens to coincide with I think when the anniversary is taking place. So I don't think it's a coincidence. Because usually whenever the anniversary comes up, guys, major stuff happens. Just major stuff. So that's something I did want to point out. And if you're also a player, guys, there was some problems with the Rare Prisms being distributed during the last summer rerun event. So I don't think I had a problem that I saw, but if I did, and I didn't notice it, there are going to be something that they're going to fix it. So now I want to go back into news real quick. I wanted to back out of that because I just couldn't get out of the issues thing. So one of the things they are doing, guys, is they're bringing back this abysmal cyber paradise SERAPH thing, which I think I had the opportunity to play this before. But what's really driving me crazy is if I did, I cannot figure out why I don't have the BB servant. I don't think I have the BB. I'm almost sure. There was a BB that was offered if you managed to get through it. If I had to take a guess, I believe this happened way back when I was first starting with the game. And the thing is that I think I just didn't have. I believe the only reason I could think of that I actually might have been not a free to play player at the time is because I have a King Protea and I have a Meltris, and I believe I got those from just really whittling my money down and eventually unlocking both of them. I would love to get a what is it, Suzuka Gozen. I would love to get one of her, but I don't think it's worth the gamble. This is another of what people have been talking about with bait. Um, Banners that are coming up, and they're meant to basically take all our money away from us so that we then have to spend boatloads of money for the big Castoria that everybody is going gaga crazy over. People are making videos saying, spend all your money until you're broke for this character. And it's like, wow, I haven't seen anybody so crazy about this since Merlin. And speaking of Merlin, I want to apologize to all my viewers. The last day of the summer rerun event was on a Sunday, and there was so much going on that day, I totally didn't notice that we didn't take one last day on that Sunday. That was the last day of the event to do the Merlin rerun banner that they were doing where you had a chance. But good news is that we kind of saved ourselves some trouble, because even though I wanted to do it for tradition's sake, a lot, and I mean a lot, of YouTubers were saying that they wasted their money on that. People in comment sections on other YouTube videos were like, I blew all my money and got nothing. And that's really what it was. It was a bait thing. Getting a Merlin is like, they know how sick of a character it is. The skills are just mind-boggling. And that's why everybody wants this Castoria that's coming out, because she does pretty much the same thing, except I think it's supposed to be better somehow. And the thing is that that's why everybody wants this character so badly. And we could be looking at another Merlin situation here where they just don't want to give it to everybody, that it's like they nerf the rates. A lot of people are going back in after the whole thing with the Merlin thing during the last one and a lot of other stuff, and are putting the same thing on a lot of their videos. Rate up is a lie. And it's not that the rate ups are a lie. It's just that I think sometimes the developers nerf them. They know they are. They know that they're nerfing the rates, because you watch everybody on YouTube doing these polls, and you'll basically see a whole. I think sometimes they have to let a few people, and I think a lot of it is based upon. I think it's based around how much you're spending. I noticed that these people that whale, not everybody, but a lot of these people that whale, meaning that they spend like truckloads of money. I happen to notice that a lot of them seem to have better odds, and I don't think that's a coincidence either. But once again, all I can do is put out speculations, because I can't prove anything. And that's where a lot of us are stuck. We can't prove anything, but if you tack up the evidence and look, it's pretty sure. And the thing is that, you know what, folks? What's going to happen? Developers come out and admit to it. People are going to stop playing. Maybe a couple, but most people are probably going to keep going. Um, all I know is that I played the game for a long time, and just some things seem a little hinky during certain banners. So now there is going to be this banner. I just want to talk about that. We're probably not going to roll on that because I have most everything. Goes in there. We'll debate the issue on that one. Um, Here's the main interlude, guys. This is going to be similar to the main interlude they did with Christmas. You remember that Christmas one they did a while ago with Altria, where she was on the sheep? This is that thing all over again, where they've had a lot of these events, and they're now putting them in as main interludes for a limited time. As you can see, the campaign period is only a week. And I think that might have been what stopped me the last time, guys, is that BB, I couldn't get far enough in, and I think the BB you had to do something insane. It was utterly insane, and I think I ran out of time. Um, it might have been because I hadn't finished the final singularity, but I'm almost sure I I think I had, because I'm almost sure I've done this, because I remember down here where it says Sakura money. I almost swear I had all this stuff, but I think the quest is just nuts. And I don't think we ever got to the point where we could get BB, no matter how much I tried. We will have to wait and see. Um, but here it is. This time, main interlude, Abysmal Paradise, Cyber Paradise Seraph will be unlocked for a limited time without exchanging items. So you don't have to exchange items for this before you would have to. Um, Here's the detail, guys. As long as you fulfilled the quest things, which means you got through the first half of the story and you're into the Lost Belt stuff, you're fine. Um, this unlocking this main interlude permanently will be available if if you have enough rare prisms, which we're going to get into where that's going to be important here in a minute, guys, because we're not just here to go over the details of this stuff, but we're here for a little bit more. And you can unlock it, as you can see, and then keep it. Now, it says quest clear rewards can only be claimed on the first clear. After first clear, certain quests can be challenged repeatedly if all quests are cleared during the special release period. So there's all these stipulations they add in to do this. As you can see, if we keep on going, see, and they're calling this, what is it? Second ballet. So, and here's all the stuff. And if you clear the final act in the main quest, you get your own BB. I can't remember what was going on. I think either the final boss was insanely hard and I couldn't do it. There was something going on, folks. Or else I would have got myself a BB. See, the item Nostalgic Ribbon will be necessary for Ascension. Can be acquired through progressing the second half of the quest. Let's see. For Noble Phantasm Enhancement, they're going to give you some extra BBs, but you have to exchange rare prisms for them. Each copy will cost 2 rare prisms. I remember this thing with the slot machines. So I'm almost positive I've done this before. I have one of those BB ones with the Craft Essence experience. So yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to go back through my old videos and figure out what's going on. So they're also doing some rank up quests, guys. That's cool for us because 2 of these characters we have, the King Protea and the Meltress. So I am really happy about that. Yeah, too bad the pseudo singularities will not be available because I'm actually trying to work on one of my pseudo singularities right now because it ties into the current Lost Belt, or it actually ties into the last Lost Belt, which was in India. So, and they are doing this thing for anybody that's interested, where they did this big movie type thing. If you cleared the, what was it, Lost Belt 5, Part 2, where you take down the Olympic gods, which I'm working on that too. But I'm working on the first half of it. So the movie was a big deal, I think. So I think it was like their kickoff to the second half of the Lost Belt series. So it was like we reached the halfway point and they were making a big deal about it. I've read about some other Lost Belts that have like 0.5s, meaning they are Lost Belts where they're in parts, like part 1 and part 2, but it's one whole Lost Belt event. Usually it means that, much like a movie might have a part 1 and part 2, that it was so long they had to split it into parts. Plus, I'm sure there's other reasons, monetary reasons of why they're doing it. But they are going to release that so you can play this and watch the movie. And I'm happy about that because I think it's going to be a long time coming and I don't care. I'll watch the movie. I don't mind being spoiled. So, but that's what's going on with the current stuff, guys. So they are doing maintenance tonight. It's officially the 20th of June, which means here on the East Coast at least, that means that tonight, about a 24-hour period from now, they will be shut down for maintenance. So we won't be able to do anything on here. So I thought we'd go over this tonight, guys. We'll back out of this. We'll collect some goodies here real quick. Yeah, a little more quartz. And we'll talk about quartz real quick, guys. I want to let you know that in getting prepared for the next summer event and the anniversary event, which I don't know how close we are to doing that, I have gone, somebody wants to meet are you new? Yeah, it's one of these new players. I find a lot of these people, they just want, Jalter. I wonder if I actually had that as one of my friends at one point, because that name sounds familiar. I went by and recently deleted a bunch of people because they weren't playing. They were like unavailable for half a year or 2 years. So I'm like, that's it, you're gone. You're not playing within so certain time period. To heck with you. And I'm wondering because that was a new player. It was obvious whenever most people have Mash as their main character, it means they're a brand new character. Excuse me, that means they're a brand new user. Now let's see, guys. Do 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 do. Okay. No, that's not who we just added. But look at this character right here, guys. Last login was 3 months ago, and they only are level 16. Now that you can, some people legitimately do that on purpose, so they can come back after a certain time period when they have this big event that it's like, hey, you haven't played for a while. If you come back, we'll give you all these free goodies, and basically they make out like bandits. Yeah, here's another one, but you just can't tell. Some people don't really get into this, and they won't. They tried the game and they won't delete their account, so they're just still there. And I kind of feel like that's the way my Animal Crossing Pocket Camp game went, where a lot of people were like, why isn't he doing anything? And it's like they have no idea that it's basically the update pushed me right out the door. Basically, I couldn't even get back in. It was only when I got my new work phone that I could even look and see what was going on. And I still haven't done anything about doing a video for that. I want to, but now let's look at the summoning things real quick, guys. Just show everybody what's going on. I don't have Napoleon. I could do that. I could rate up my Valkyrie a little bit and do this stuff. But a lot of these have been warned to us as basically bait banners where they're meant to take your money and get you broke with in-game money before the big anniversary and summer event. Now, I don't know if everybody noticed, but real quick, I have 302 St. Quartz right now. For in-game money, this is probably the most I've ever had. I could be wrong. I'd have to look. The thing about it is that they were doing a get 4 Google Play points for every single dollar you spent recently, but it was only good till yesterday. So the thing is I went right in and said, now's the time to spend money because we're going to get more bang for our buck. So I got a lot of points, and I can use those points the next time to get a discount on spending money on getting currency for my game next time. So it's an all around win-win. I hated her old costume. I'm so happy I got this one. I hated the bare bone fishnet thing she had. It was creepy. Um, but like I said, guys, every time you're in these things, it's always good to just hit this, and you get something that'll add to your characters or all your servants' voice options, I guess the way to put it, or voice archives. So while I'm here, guys, I have not looked into this. Look at all these coins I have, guys. Now, once again, we haven't used any of these because you need to get the servant up to level 100 before you can use them, and that's a very long ways away. Now, we came here because I want to look at my master profile and see 25 days before I get my next 30 free St. Quartz, everybody. So it might be in time for the one of the next big events, but we'll have to see. So, and there it is, guys, down here, right here. Let's see if we can scroll down, make it easier. Boom, 302 St. Quartz. Uh, Over 4,000 mana prisms. I'm so happy about that. We'll be using those down the road. I've been tempted to use them for stuff that I've been holding off on, but I don't know when we'll get more of them. But I got a ton of them through the last event. I was so happy. And then the rare prisms, which brings us, guys, all around to why we're here. We are going to try this, guys, and see how it works out tonight. Hopefully it won't make the video too long. If it ends up being longer than I think, we're going to do it in parts. Now, Bear with me, guys. I'm going to be right back. I want to check on something that I meant to do previously and forgot to. So you'll like the irony of this, guys. I took a few minutes to go around and look at various websites to see what they said was the best of the mystic codes that we have. And most of the time, people said they were stuff that already came at the beginning of the game. So the thing is that of the rest of them, I tried to find some that matched up, like what was in the top 5. And the closest thing I actually got that people seem to more or less agree on was this one, the Anniversary Blonde, which would be more for the female character, guys, because basically it's a rendition of the dress that Saber wore in the, I think, was it the first game? No. It was the second Fate slash Stay Nights series. Because that's the one she had the bluish white dress on that Rin gave her. In the first one, she wore something that was equivalent to. Not these either. I saw it really quickly. Where was it? Right here, guys. Royal Brand Acquisition. She wore that. Now, I didn't see a lot of stuff about the Royal Brand Acquisition or some of these other ones, though I think the next most talked about one I think would be this one with the Memories of the Lunar Sea Acquisition Quest. But ultimately, we're going to unlock these all anyway. We're going to do them if I can help it because I like some more Mystic Codes. But I'm going to look into some more. But a lot of people talk about some of the stuff from this one. So here we go, guys. We are going to unlock 2 million downloads campaign. Boy, that must have been long before my time. Holy crap. Yes, indeed. And there we go. Wouldn't it be nice to someday be able to unlock everything in that? That would be awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to jump into this, see if we can do this. Where is it going to be? I think it's going to be probably in the Chaldea Gate, but we'll make sure. I'm going to go with that just because nothing else is showing up. There it is. Mystic Code. There we go. I wonder if we can just play this for shits and giggles after we do this. Looks like it's going to be something fairly easy. Let's go with a a Berserker, because we don't know what we're in for. And I think I'll stick with the current lineup I have, all things considered. It's not going to be too tough. It was usually the Mystic Code ones are easy. They try not to make it too tough. Looks like we're not going to really get the story behind it. That would be my guess is because it tied into another event that had a story behind it. This is just because you see that a lot. That's where we got one of the Hawaiian shirts won for 2 summer events ago. It was just something that was kind of thrown at us. And you see a lot of Mystic Codes kind of chucked at us. Ooh, we're going to go through a bunch of Shadow Servants. Cool. Ironically, the servants are looking like they might be from the. Well, a lot of the 2 right here are definitely from the Fate Stay Night. So I'm wondering if it tied to Fate Stay Nights. Maybe I don't remember if the anime might have just been coming out when the game came out here in America. You can never quite be sure. Because I recognize the Shadow Servants. One was Emiya, the other one was Ku. Yup, I think so. Um, the back one's the assassin, one of the Hassans. The other one in the middle is another assassin that I recognize. I can't remember Koji or whatever his name was. And I'm not sure about the very first Shadow Servant, though it's a caster. So I think that actually might be the coup that was from. No, that might be Medea from that. It looks like we're showing all the servants. You basically beat up on all the servants from the Fate Stay Nights. That's funny. Though Hassan there, he wasn't from Fate Stay Nights, I don't believe. I think he was only in the very first one, Fate Zero. Hercules in the back there, definitely from Fate Stay Nights. And the archer here looks like it. Can't tell who that would be. I'm trying to think. Emmy was our archer in Fate Stay Nights, and in the first one it was Gilgamesh. That could be Gilgamesh, just doesn't quite look right. So I'm just a little weirded out by that. Alrighty. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. No, I think after Hercules' shadow was out of the way, I did see that as Gilgamesh. Basically, it looks like you're really beating up on all the servants from both anime series. Yep, there's Medusa in the back from the first one, second one, definitely from the second one. And that looks like that is indeed our saber from both the first and second one. So, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and save a lot of my stuff for right at the end. So. And there we go. We're going to save the best for last, and we're going to use her noble phantasm right at the end to slaughter whoever's left. Well, there's Saber, so I wonder who the other one was. Well, in every single fate, they must have used the altar version. It did look a little funny. So, or they put her in twice because she was technically in both. She was in both of the anime series. So we'll just use up everything. Why not? We'll set up for this. Ironically, she is not really attuned to doing good against sabers, but she'll be fine. She'll be absolutely fine. And we'll get a nice little attack boost from using all Buster cards. So, yeah, I mean it's only 8,000. We can easily beat the crap out of her. Now, this is going to be one of those things that when we get the Mystic Code, I usually take a picture, but since we're making a recording of it, I'm going to skip it this time. Not bad at all. And we got a few things. Hey, there we go. Oh, that worked out great for our weekly master missions. That's great. And I didn't even know about them. Oh, that's great. We got more of those. We really need a lot of those too. I did get quite a bit during the last event. Like I said, I was going to, but not as many as I would have liked. And there we go. So that's the male version of that. Looks like almost like a waiter suit. And I'm okay with that. I'm really good with that. Now the last time Max was saying something about suits. Oh, nope, she's back to saying that, which we all knew about. So, and I know why she's saying that. A lot of people read into the stuff that she talks about there as hints about what's going to happen as the next event that comes up. So, we should have gotten ourselves a new Mystic Code, everybody. And by viewing this, we just need to go to this. Where are you? Oh, just to clarify everything, everybody. Apparently, from what I understand, this is the number one Mystic code everybody talks about because of the fact that you get big attack boost for all your allies. You do get the stun, but this is the big one right here that everybody uses it on. Switch one active member with a sub member. So what everybody uses it on is they do this. They come in and they use the skills. Let's say you have somebody that has certain skills you want to use, and you want to use them right early on in the thing, especially if you know you're going to use them to really beat the crap out of them. Let's say the servant you want to bring in from your sub members is somebody that increases damage for noble phantasms, or better yet, increases the NP gauge for all servants. Because I can think of Da Vinci Rider that does that. So let's say you want to do that. And basically, at any point in time, as long as you're willing to, the cooldown is 15. There's a reason for that. You can basically use up a servant's skills and then quickly switch in for another servant. Now, it doesn't work too good when it comes to Noble Phantasms, except that I could be wrong, but I think if I watched it on the video correctly, the servant that you've maxed out their NP gauge, when you switch them out for another servant in your backup alignment, what'll happen is when they finally come in, assuming all your other servants are defeated, when that servant comes in, they will have a Noble Phantasm quickly ready to just beat the crap out of whoever. I think their gauge is still fully powered up from when you powered it up before. So, but everybody likes to use it because it gives you, I guess, a kind of cheat, a kind of legal cheat to use another set of skills, and basically get out a whole bunch of skills, which means if you have a nice lineup of servants, that could mean a big deal. So a lot of people like this one. I've done some pretty bare bone basic stuff with this. It would explain why it's insane what you have to do to really get it to level up. I heard this one is another one that they talk about in the top 5. A lot of people. Same with this. Here's the one we just got though, guys. Significantly increase one ally's Buster card effectiveness. That could be very helpful. Gain large amount of C stars. That's the big one. And as you level it up, oh boy, is it a big deal. And then Knight's Oath, you apply Guts to one ally one time for one turn. That could save an ally from dying. And if you max that out, guys, when the ally comes back, they can gain up to 4,000 HP back. So it's really a nice one, and that's why we decided to get that. Fragment of 2004 is another one that a lot of people put in their top 5. So once again, we already had it. Same with this one. A lot of people do not put a lot of these in high regard. I love the Splendid New Year. It's one of the ones I've been using a lot. I'm just surprised a lot of people don't use. But we have quite the assortment. Quite the assortment. Now, I might start using this one right here, guys, to get used to the fact that, just looking at the cooldown. Yeah, this one really has a crazy cooldown period. Actually, a lot of them really do. I left it on that one off to change it before I go into... Let's change it now, because knowing my luck, I'll forget. I do want to use this one, guys, and get used to using it. Hopefully, it won't backfire on me. We'll hit OK. And there we go. So, guys, I didn't drag you down this just for, listening to me talk about the latest news and some of the other stuff that's going on. I said we would do one of the Rare Prism quests, and we did. So there we go, guys. That's the first of many. Hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys will see me very soon. The interlude quest, I'll have to be really kicking off on it starting within the next 24-hour period. And then I'm really going to have to go to town. But thank the Lord, it starts right in time for me to start my 2 days off. Hallelujah! So we'll see how that all works out. In the meantime, guys, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope that you start your week wonderfully, guys. And I pray that we all have a good week, everybody. And if you like this video, consider hitting the like button. And always, I'll take comments anytime, guys. I really appreciate all of you, and I thank all of you as viewership is actually up for a lot of my videos on various channels. So I really thank all of you. You guys are the best. Have a great night, everybody.